If you're someone like me, I bet you found yourself in awkward situations, feeling embarrassed after sharing too much information about yourself with someone. In this modern era of social media and digital world, we tend to share too much and later feel guilty or embarrassed about why we shared so much in the first place, leaving us with doubts and questions like, should I tell my coworkers about my personal life? Should I tell my boss that I've been diagnosed with depression? So on and so forth. With the boundaries between our personal lives and professional lives being blurred, transparency is important to a certain extent to maintain work-life balance. But how much should we share? How much is too much? This is hard to tell. So in this video, we're going to see what is oversharing and how you can stop doing that. I recently came across a person on social media who shared that they have met this soulmate after they have manifested him. And they did a few reels and a few videos with him. And then later, suddenly one day, she announced that they broke up. And naturally, everyone kept asking questions about what happened. To which she replied saying, please don't ask me personal questions. So now again, how much can you share? How much sharing is safe? Why do people share too much in the first place? Oversharing is disclosing an inappropriate amount of information about yourself, either to your friend, to your colleague, or a stranger. You must be thinking, so what if you overshare? It becomes a problem when it is done with a wrong person at a wrong time. If you overshare with a person with proper ethics and good values, it doesn't matter. It's fine. But if you're sharing your personal information with people who cannot stop talking or who are definitely going to pass it on to others, it is definitely going to affect your peace, your life, and your reputation. You're opening yourself up to criticism and judgment on top of all the problems that you have already in your life. And you have to deal with these self-made disasters as well. You can also become a victim of manipulation and exploitation when you overshare things. You might also end up in problems like depression, anxiety, pushing you into isolation and withdrawal and other mental health problems. But if there are so many bad consequences to this oversharing, why do we tend to overshare information? What is the reason behind this oversharing? Especially in today's world, with the single click of a button, you can easily share information with anyone living anywhere in the world, blurring the boundaries between personal life and public life. The real reason some people tend to overshare, even in conversations, messages, or over the phone is, there are many reasons. For some, it is empowering for them to talk about themselves. And for some, it's sort of a coping mechanism for anxiety or stress. And some people find it as a kind of therapy. The more in depth they talk about their personal lives, the more they feel free from those problems and they are relaxed. It's natural for us to divulge more information than needed while making small talk. We tend to overstep a bit in the excitement, but if you want to check whether you're oversharing or not, these are some ways to identify. If you can't enjoy silence and you're making conversation just to fill the gaps, then you might be oversharing. If you can't keep someone's secret and you can't respect others' privacy, you might be oversharing. And every choice you make requires feedback from everyone, then you might be oversharing. And your life is on social media. Every single information about you is on social media. All this say that you might be oversharing. And if your conversations are almost always about you and less about the other person with you, you might be going overboard here. Although people want to be a part of your life, there is a need to acknowledge the other person's interest in your life. Are they really interested in all the details you're sharing with them? Do they really need to know all those details? And after you have done sharing this thing, is it adding any value to your relationship with that person? Think about all these once before you share anything with anyone. When your conversations are one-sided and you keep on talking about yourself without talking about the other person, it is a sign that you're oversharing and you need to stop and bring a balance to the conversation by making the other person talk as well. Ask questions and make them feel acknowledged and seen. And sharing too much information, personal information, may not be something people look forward to in conversations, especially if they are colleagues at work or you're meeting someone for the first time. This may not be the case. So, it is important to keep things to yourself, except for when you're in therapy or something like that, for you to maintain your own peace and emotional health. And one of the reasons is why you should stop oversharing is to maintain healthy boundaries with people and stop letting others invade your personal space. And everyone doesn't need to know your plans. There is a strength in keeping your goals to yourself and your ambitions to yourself and working on them silently and allowing only success to make the noise. When you share your plans with everyone, there is a danger of people just stealing your plans or ideas, which happens often at workplaces. And there's also this danger that you might be subjected to a lot of criticism and judgment from people who don't have any interest in your success, and they might discourage you from your brilliant ideas. And it's also important to keep things to yourself to protect your own emotional health. Sometimes when you share information and become vulnerable, people may become harsh critics and judge you. So it's important to share only so much which doesn't hurt your emotional well-being. And also when we talk less, we think more, helping you to reflect more and introspect more about yourself. And when you don't share everything, it gives you space for more deep thought about the ideas or the worries you've been having, and you might find solutions sooner than when you have asked help from others. So, and this will also help you in your self growth. So, becoming aware of your tendency to overshare, and when you feel like oversharing things, writing them down in a journal or just going out for a walk to clear your mind will help you rethink your urge to overshare things. And this will help you feel grounded when you are in stress or when you're confused. When you have done this for a long time, like it is hard to get rid of the habit of oversharing abruptly like any other bad habit. But becoming aware of it, managing the stress, all these can help you come out of the problems that come with oversharing. So remember all these things next time you feel like oversharing things to anyone. Who is the person on the other side you're sharing things with? Is he really interested in what you're talking? Does it add any value to your relationship? And consider all these things before oversharing things with other people. And I hope this video gave you some insights into why oversharing is bad and how you can control it. I'll see you in this video right here. Until then, take care.